Welcome back to ACER Explained. In this series, I'm going through Section 3 of the ACER Practice Test Booklet. In this video, I'm going through question 49, so that's just Unit 14, so it's going to be a pretty short one, but I'll still be identifying the prereq knowledge that you might need, reasoning skills, as well as bootcamp resources. In this question, we're just given a bit of a diagram of different ratios of a particular compound dissolved in 3 different kinds of solvents, solvents 1, 2, and 3. And so the total amount of the compound in this system is 2.3 moles. And we're also told that the amount dissolved in solvent 2 is 1.2 moles. And we're asked to figure out the ratio between how much of the compound is dissolved in each of these solvents. So let's start off by figuring out how much is in 1 and 3 based on how much is total and how much is in 2. So we know that the total is 2.3 and we have 1.2 moles dissolved in solvent 2. So the amount that's remaining is going to be the amount that's split between solvents 1 and 3. So the amount in 1 and 3 is going to be 2.3 minus 1.2, which is 1.1 moles. And this 1.1 mole is divided by this ratio. So we have 15 parts is in solvent 1 and 40 parts is in solvent 3. So in order to figure out how much one part is equal to, we're going to add this up. So total parts is 55. And so we're going to do 1.1 moles divided into 55 different parts. And we have 15 of those in solvent 1. All right? And we have 40 of those in solvent 3. So now we're going to calculate this to figure out the number of moles in solvent 1 and 3. So in order to simplify this, I'm just going to simplify this into 1, right? Just to make it easy, I'm going to round it. Then I can do 15 over 55. So 1 times 15 is 15 over 55 is, I'm going to divide these by 5. And what I'm going to get is 3 over 11. I'm going to do the same thing here. So I get 40 over 55. And I'm going to be left with 8 over 11. Okay, so this is the number of moles. And so if I look at the ratio of 1 to 2 to 3, I can plug in 1 is 3 over 11 moles. I can plug in 3, which is 8 over 11 moles. And then I can also plug in 2, which is 1.2 moles. So now instead of calculating exactly what 3 over 11 is and what 8 over 11 is, remember we have a time crunch during the GAMSAT and we're also not given a calculator. So the way that I would figure this out is I would try to match the denominators of all 3 ratios. So 1.2 is over 1, right? So 1.2 over 1 is 1.2. What I would do is just multiply the top and bottom by 11. And so this is around 10, so I'm just going to pretend that that's 10, and I'll get approximately 12 over 11, right? So now my denominators are the same, so I can cancel them out in terms of ratios, and I'm left with 3 to 12 to 8. And so the correct answer here is A. So this question, you didn't really need any previous knowledge. It was very maths oriented and very reasoning oriented. No previous knowledge was required. So the reasoning skills used here were just calculations and formulae. And the bootcamp resources that can help with this is the reasoning skills course as well as the acceleration class on calculations and formulae. And that brings us to the end of this unit. I know this one was a bit of a short one, but thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more GAMSAT help. We really appreciate your feedback. We have our Instagram, as always, Thank Flip GAMSAT, and our podcast, Thank Flip GAMSAT, Nurses Doing GAMSAT, if you want to hear more from us. All right, I'll see you in the next one.